What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ari, and I'm here with another video. So in today's video I show you guys how to get this really glowy, pretty summer kind of mustardy orange yellow look. It's so pretty and so simple. It's gonna look great for any of your summer occasions that you have to attend, graduations, birthdays, parties, anything like that. So if you guys would like to see how I achieved this whole look, just keep on watching. So guys, I'm starting with brows already on, and I wanted to bring you guys in pretty close so you guys can see the eye makeup today. So today I did my brows. I'm trying to do better with like shopping my stash. That way I can keep up with what I actually have. So today I used a combination of the Maybelline Total Temptation in the shade 315 Deep Brow. I forgot how good this eyebrow pencil was because like I said, I just buy so much makeup constantly that I forget. And then I also used my Brow in the shade 4. This is a really nice brow gel. It just dries kind of fast, so you gotta be careful. And then to set, I usually use my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, but honestly guys, this Maybelline does the job. She's kind of dirty because obviously I use it, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some concealer down. You guys know I don't use primer, I just use like a concealer. So the concealer I've been loving to use for my face, for my eyeshadow base, and to carve out my brows is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I'm using the shade, what shade is this? 385 Amber. Only conceal under my brow. I used to conceal above my brow too, but over time I've just found, oop, I got some concealer in my brow, that's okay. Over time I've just found that only concealing under my brow and just using my foundation to blend like whatever is on top just looks more natural. Using this Artis oval brush. This is the Oval 6 brush. So in today's video I definitely am going to be using some products that are new to me, not necessarily new to the market, but new to me, as well as some products I had kind of forgotten about. To go with my outfit, this is just like a little nice like bodycon dress with these gold buttons or silver buttons. So I have 3 palettes I want to try to use today. So I have my Tarte. This is the High Tides and Good Vibes. It's kind of gimmicky, I'm gonna be honest, but I mean the colors are cute. The color story is, you know, it's cute. I mean, am I gonna wear blue eyeshadow every day? No, but it's like I like the pressed glitters in here. I bought it, I like it. This is a palette I haven't used recently, but I definitely want to try to dip into this. This is my BH Cosmetics Festival palette. And then the OG of YouTube, guys, I have not used Miss Jaclyn in forever, but I'm thinking this shade here will be like the star of the look. If you're following this tutorial, you really don't need all 3 of these palettes. I'm just being extra because I'm trying to get better with using my makeup that I actually have, so yeah. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take an IT Cosmetics crease brush. This is a number, sorry guys, I don't have the number anymore, but it's just a fluffy crease brush. And I'm gonna start with the Tarte palette, and I'm gonna go into Beach Honey, which is this like brownie transition shade, and Aloha Beaches, which is this orangey shade. So I'm thinking like an orangey shade in the crease, orangey brown, yellow on the lid, and then maybe some glitter. We might pop some glitter in there. So yeah, I'm just going to blend these 2 shades into my crease. Okay, so next I'm going into the BH Cosmetics Festival palette, and I think I want to add the color Hippie, which is this nice orangey shade on the left. And I think once I put the yellow base down, I'm gonna top it with some of this color Euphoria, this golden color. So we're just going into Hippie. Okay, so going into my Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm gonna use the color Creamsicle. I believe that's Creamsicle, which is just the yellow shade here, right here. Going with like a more flat brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. I felt like this palette was very well thought out. Just a mirror would have been helpful, just because I don't find myself reaching for it as much because it doesn't have one. And not to mention it's massive, but if you're a beginner, shoot, even if you're, you know, not a beginner, I still feel like this is like a classic to have, like a staple to have in your collection, because it really does have everything for you to make like neutral looks as well as a few pops of color. If you want, you could leave the eyes kind of like sunsetty like this. Like I said, I just packed this yellow shade onto my lid, and I mean, I kind of just did like a messy cut crease with my brush, and I didn't do anything like define, but I just kind of followed my eyes natural crease. But for me, I'm kind of extra, so I'm gonna go back into the BH Cosmetics Festival palette, and I'm gonna grab another flat brush, and I'm gonna just spritz it with some spray. I think I want to go over top with Euphoria, which is that golden shimmer shade I showed you guys at the bottom. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I don't know. I know I've been gone for like a month. I wasn't feeling inspired, and I feel like any smaller YouTubers can relate to like these like little, I mean, I'm sure even larger YouTubers can relate because they were once small channels, but like it's kind of like you just go through these spouts where it's like, you know, am I really doing what I should be doing? You know, like, is this really my thing? Because you see all these talented people, like, you know, I mean, you just gotta, you know, remember to count your blessings and, you know, more so just focus on the positive, focus on what is going well, because just because somebody else's world looks picture perfect, something I always have to remind myself is, you know, people only show you what they want to on camera. You know, now that I've gotten into, you know, YouTube and social media, I find that to be very true, because, you know, I do have that option as an individual. Post, I don't post. If I want to post, I'll post. So I'm gonna do liner, but y'all, I can't find my black liner to save my life. I'm just gonna throw on these are the Arielle 601s. I'm just gonna throw on a pair of these. Okay guys, so I'm back. I put on some lashes and just blended it with my own lashes with some mascara. I'm sure you guys are wondering what's on my eyes. So lately I've been doing this whole little diamonds dancing on my eyes type thing. I don't know if y'all want a tutorial or not, but I like it. It's kind of extra, but I like it. If y'all watch my other videos, y'all know I was doing the white dots. Aaliyah's face on YouTube is pretty known for the white dots. So I was doing those, and I was just like, you know, why not try some diamonds? So Swarovski crystals. So that's what's on my eyes right now, is Swarovski crystals. And I've been just kind of doing them in different patterns. For every day, I usually only stick to like 4, so like 2 up top, and then once I do my concealer and my bottom shadow, I do 2 underneath. But sometimes I do them like on the outside and the inside, it really just depends. So yeah, let's move on to our base. For primer, I'm just gonna use the primer that's sitting on my vanity right now, which is the Smashbox Primerizer, which is really great for the summer. Really? So I apologize if y'all hear that in the background. For whatever reason, people are cutting grass now. Not gonna let that stop me from filming though, because I promised I was gonna put some content up. So this is a new product that I've recently been liking a lot. This is the Tarte Concealer. So guys, Tarte has been kind of problematic in the past with some of their shade ranges. I did like their Amazonian Clay, but that's because my skin at one point was super oily. It's very heavy, so I really like that one, and that was the only foundation I ever tried from them. Honestly, I tried this because of the packaging, and I was like, I want to give Tarte a chance. Their shades look pretty decent for this, so I need a brush. So this is what I've been using. My shade is in 48S Tan Deep Sand, and it looks really light in the bottle, so I would say go into a store and like swatch And you know, I was kind of thinking I'd be deterred by this foundation because of the fact that I think on Sephora's site it's listed in a category for more like dry skin. But I mean, at this point I'm kind of like combination, but I haven't had really any issues with it when I've worn it. And then I'm gonna blend it out with the Kat Von D number 10 brush. I bought this yesterday actually. I got the anniversary set that's still retailing on her website for $125. I got it for $30 because Ari loves a deal, period. Y'all know I spend some money on makeup, but it's like if I don't have to, why would I? Like, I ain't got no shame in my game. This is my first time ever trying her brushes. I mean, I like Kat Von D, but I've just never gotten into her products like that. I think I have a few of her lipsticks that I found at like Marshall's and TJ Maxx. And then that's pretty much it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna start blending it out. Like I said, this is my first time using this brush for it. I don't care for this brush with this foundation, so I think I'm just gonna use a sponge. Oh, this is new too, I guess. I found this sponge. It's the Japanese marbled sponge, so we'll see how this blends. So far so good. So this foundation I would say is like a medium coverage. If you really build it, you can do full, in my opinion, but you're gonna use like a lot. So what I like to do is just work out what I have first. Like I said, I'm trying some new stuff. This sponge, even not my favorite sponge, but that's why you try new stuff. Speaking of like finds at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and stuff, I know at one point I was trying to incorporate those on my channel because I do shop there quite often and find a lot of goodies that I'd like to share with you guys. And I finally kind of came up with a segment that I'm going to start trying to do weekly, which is going to be Ari's Amazing Finds, where we find high-end stuff that we don't have to give away all of our coin for. So y'all know me. I'm gonna go back in with my It Cosmetics brush. I just feel like it's a little bit more dense. It's just differently packed, should I say, than the other brush. And my cheeks is really where I have my, you know, my problem areas as far as my acne scarring. So I just go back in, and I just love how like it's such a convenient pump, so like it won't spill out when you travel. So I'm just going in with this It Cosmetics. This is like from their Valentine's Day collection like 2 years ago or something. But yeah, you can just go back over the spots that you feel like you may need a little bit of extra, you know, coverage, and that should get the job done for you. Like I said, I really like it, and I find that once you like set it down, it's really, really nice. And it just looks like second skin, which I like. I've been trying to move away from such heavy foundations and stuff for like a daily basis. Like, I'm trying to only use like my heavy guns like Huda and, you know, my other heavy girls. I'm trying to start only using those for like occasions and like pictures and stuff. Like for every day, this is enough for me that like I feel comfortable in. For every day, this is enough for me that I feel like it's, you know, it's covered enough scarring to kind of even me out. I do like this sponge for blending out my concealer though. I think it did a good job at that. And then to get rid of that like line where they meet, I just kind of go back in with my foundation brush. I don't put any more foundation, and I just kind of go around that area. Just to kind of make it look seamless. It looks really bright on camera, but I promise that's just because I have my lighting up, because it's getting kind of dark. So next I'm gonna go in with my Born This Way. This is the Too Faced Born This Way powder, the original color, you know, the ethereal one. I really like this. This looks really smooth in pictures. I alternate between this powder and the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. I really like both of those. And again, I'm going to use a brush that I got from that set. This is the Kat Von D number 25 setting brush, powder setting brush. And I really was drawn to this because of the shape. So it's a fluffy powder brush, but it's flat. So that works out really nice. And I haven't really been baking per se, more so especially under my eyes. I've really just been making sure to press the powder in to make it look smooth. Ooh, that's an under eye. Okay. I know I look cakey, but like I said, I still am partially oily, so I really like to make sure when my makeup's on and is set. One of my favorite powder brushes ever. This is from the BH Cosmetics Marble set. I think this is the number 1 brush, and it's just big and fluffy. I like to use it with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark. This isn't as heavy as a foundation powder, but it just sets everything really nicely. So I'm gonna leave my reverse contour on and blend that out last. If you don't get the most coverage from the concealer, once, like I said, by the time you set it with like setting powder and your face powder, you're good, girl, you're good. So I know this seems like a lot of steps, but I promise guys, the end result is worth it. So next I go with my Too Faced Banana, is this Banana Cream? Yeah, Banana Cream powder. I keep saying I'm gonna repress it because I cracked it, but I mean, she still gets the job done. I'm gonna repress it tonight, I promise guys. And this just adds an extra brightening effect under the eyes. Like, so this eye, and like I said, I'm gonna like kind of blend it out some more versus this eye. It's just nice. Then I just don't even add any more powder. I just kind of like what I did with my foundation. Just where the powder meets my skin powder. Just kind of blend that. Next it's time to add some color back to our face. We do not want to look ghostly in the summer. We want to look tan and bronze and pretty. So for bronzer, I use 2. The first one I'm going to go in with is my Ipanema Sun. Aaliyah's Face put me onto this one. It looks like this. It's super pretty, and I just love the effect that it gives me. This big fluffy brush for this bronzer, and then I'm going to follow it up with the Tarte Hotel Heiress, which is just a little bit different of a color. It doesn't look that different, but it's a little bit different, and I like to concentrate this more just right in the cheekbone area to chisel. So let's go ahead and warm up our skin. Pretty ham with the bronzer on my forehead because that's one of the places that the sun will naturally hit you. So your forehead is always going to be a little bit darker than the rest of your face. So I really like to go kind of ham. Then we're gonna go in with our Hotel Heiress bronzer. And this is just a more like pointed, fluffy brush. Going back into Ipanema Sun, I'm just going to use this one to precisely contour my nose. And when you're doing your nose contour, guys, we want to take her all the way up and kind of like push it into your crease of your eyeshadow, if that makes sense. Because like you guys, obviously I have to blend this line out, but like you guys see the difference, it like drags my nose up. Obviously we're not gonna leave it like this, we're gonna blend it. And I just like to pounce my sponge. Guys, we're coming together, yes, okay. Next, I want to put on some blush. I've been really liking, this is the Becca Heekin palette. I've wanted it since it came out, I think last year, but I just could not justify whatever Sephora was asking for at 46, 48, something like that dollars. So, I mean, because I wanted it, but I didn't want it that bad. But I found it at TJ Maxx. I think it was like $14 or $19, something like that. But super pretty. It was brand new, untouched. I've used it a few times. So I think I'm going to use that blush today. I'm just going to use this angled face brush and dip into this pan. So it looks a lot more intimidating than it actually is. And this blush color is called Hibiscus Bloom, by the way. I just love a rosy blush to like make me look like flushed and awake in the summertime. You don't want to go with anything too like red or too like deep, because you don't want to go with anything that's like too deep or anything, because it's gonna kind of take away from like the light, summery, airy vibes, you know? This is a lot of blush. If you don't like that much blush, you don't have to. I'm gonna tone it down just a little bit by patting my powder on top of it. Then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. makeup mist, this Daily Defense makeup mist. I really like this. Okay, so next I want to highlight. And I'm gonna start out with my favorite highlight for the summertime. This is beautiful year round, but especially once the summer really hits and we start getting some good warm weather out. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze. Again, I got this from Aaliyah's Face. It just looked absolutely stunning on her, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet. This was actually my first Marc Jacobs purchase, and so sickening. Oh my gosh. This is a Japanese eye highlighting brush. This is the brush I use to really get in on my nose and the bridge, because I want it to be very precisely placed. And then obviously my brow bone. It makes a lot of highlighters, guys, so y'all can skip this step if you want to. I like this Becca highlighter that's in the palette. Peach Nectar highlight from Becca. And I just kind of go over top of this one, guys. And then I kind of like highlight my temples, just kind of like messily, because I'm gonna pack it with some powder. So obviously that looks crazy, but then I just take my powder brush and I just kind of like brush it away, but it'll still like, when the light hits your temples, it'll still give a subtle glow. And because this is just a simple look, we're just going to add some Lorac gloss. Just because we're doing so much color and like bling on the eyes, you don't want your lips to be too much. This is in the shade Ernesto. Add a little bit of the MAC by Aaliyah Brooklyn Born. Guys, this is the final summery, springy look. If you like this look, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.